Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports again. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It is March 17th. Irish good luck. However, that's where we're going to start. It was not so good luck for Steph Curry last night. He faced Boston Celtics. So breaking news just released about 20 minutes ago. As per Shams, so you know it's legit information, he is out indefinitely. Out indefinitely. So I'm going to show you guys a clip and you guys be the judge. Was it a dirty play? I've played a lot of basketball. I've never seen this occur, but I saw it last night. I saw a couple games in the NBA, but I'm saying I never saw it happen in real life. But I don't know. I think luckily there was no fracture, but he is out indefinitely, resting his foot. I don't know if it's an ankle sprain or whatnot kind of thing, but it is pretty bad. He is out indefinitely. There's about 13, 14 games left, and he's pretty much done for the regular season. He is not going to play for the regular season. What does that do for Warriors' chances? First, let's check with this clip.
Injury from last night's game against the Celtics. Obviously not the way anyone wanted that to go down. The injury happened here at the 4:17 mark of the second quarter. You can see Stephs injures his left foot there and got it rolled up by Celtics guard Marcus Smart as the two were going after a loose ball. Steph was in some pain there. Steve Kerr clearly upset with Smart after the play. And as we see here, Warriors fans collectively holding their breath. Good afternoon. I'm George Sedano in for Malika Andrews. I'm joined now by senior NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski. So, Woj, what are you hearing about Steph's MRI and any potential timeline for his foot injury?
George, Ramona Shelburne and I are told, a left foot sprain, and that there's optimism initially that Steph Curry would be back by the start of the playoffs in mid-April. He's getting a specialist to evaluate that imaging today, but the initial evaluation was perhaps in the 3-week range. And, the hope is that Steph Curry can return without having to miss any postseason basketball.
All right, Woj, thank you so much. Obviously, a semi-fluid situation. We'll stay tuned to it. So thank you, Woj. Appreciate it.
Thanks, George.
All right, there he is. All right, we now welcome in Raz Goldonwude. Raz, you were on the sideline last night. What was the mood of the team in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, the team was emotionally charged, and especially after Steph left the game, still before the end of the first half, you could see that it started with Steve Kerr. He was upset with Marcus Smart. The both of them were going back and forth, and I saw Steve Kerr, he didn't like them play, and he also was having the back of his player. But it continued to trickle on through the end of that second quarter, and Draymond Green was upset as well, and he was yelling at the refs and actually got a tech.
Yeah.
So later on, I'm in the huddle, watching Draymond come back from getting that tech, and Draymond Green is so visibly upset and yelling and just angered that for a second I saw the entire team seemed a bit jolted by it, and it seemed like it was about to spill over in not a great way. Steve Kerr came over to Draymond and he said, "We need you." Steph wasn't out there, so he goes to Draymond and he says, "We need you." And what I saw right there between those two men, I saw respect.
Yeah.
I saw understanding. I saw experience. And it was a quick reminder to me that these are guys who have won championships before. And then I saw Draymond's great leadership. He immediately calmed down, channeled that into something useful, started to clap, tell the guys to finish out the half strong. The entire team rallied around Draymond in that moment. It literally went from like chaos to
Right.
something really useful that the team used and came back on that court together and collected. And that's one of the strengths of the Warriors.
Marcus Smart dove for the ball and landed on Steph's left ankle.
I thought it was a dangerous play. I thought Marcus dove into Steph's knee.
We all know the litany of ankle injuries he's been through.
I'm sure I'm going to get called dirty. I mean, it's their opinion.
We talked after the game. We're good, but I thought it was a dangerous play.
I know who I am. My teammates know, and my colleagues know I'm not a dirty player.
Welcome back to NBA Today, presented by Credit Karma. We're now joined by our Warriors reporter, Kendra Andrews, live from San Francisco. In a report from Woj and Ramona, we've heard that Steph's MRI revealed a foot injury following the collision with Marcus Smart. What was the mindset within the team after this?
Well, the mood isn't great around the Warriors. Now, keep in mind, the team has not been together since last night when they were awaiting those MRI results for Steph. They didn't practice today. They had today off. But I was told that last night in the locker room, the mood was very subdued, and there were some nerves while they were waiting for those results. Now, as you mentioned, Woj and Ramona are reporting that Steph is out till the start of the playoffs with that left foot sprain. Now, there's a half-glass full approach saying it's good that he avoided any serious injury, but one coach did text me this morning very bluntly saying it sucks and we cannot catch a break. Last night, Draymond Green told me it feels that every time we get someone back, someone else goes out, and he's right. The Warriors' big three of Stephen, Draymond, and Klay Thompson have played just 11 minutes together in the last 3 years. And this season's starting lineup of those three, plus Andrew Wiggins and Kevon Looney, have played just 7 seconds together. It was those 7 seconds in Klay's first game back in January. Now, they've managed to get off to a good start without Klay, and they did have some up and downs without Draymond, but they started to find a groove his final few games out. But Stephen Curry is a whole other piece to the Warriors' puzzle, and as the race for standings in the playoffs kind of comes down to the wire, there's definitely some concern right now.
Thank you, Kendra. Appreciate that. 7 seconds. That's insane. I didn't even know that number. Thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it. Kendra Andrews, of course. 7 seconds is what it takes me basically to walk back to this desk. I mean, think about that for a second. Their starting 5 hasn't played, but 7 seconds together. That's wild.
Scrambling for a loose ball and lunged at it. In the process, landed on Steph Curry's leg. Curry seemed to have injured it in the process and limped around before exiting the game on the next dead ball. He had an MRI after the game. The results are still pending. The Celtics will go on to win 110-88, but not before Steve Kerr let Marcus Smart know how he felt about the play. Here he is post-game.
I thought it was a dangerous play. I thought Marcus dove into Steph's knee, and that's what I was upset about. A lot of respect for Marcus. He's a hell of a player, gamer, competitor. I coached him in the World Cup a few summers ago. We talked after the game. We're good, but I thought it was a dangerous play, and just let him know.
Is he getting the MRI tonight or sometime?
Yeah, he's
tomorrow?
having one right now.
So expect those results this afternoon. Dangerous, aggressive, dirty, those are different things, and I don't think Kerr was implying that. I think dangerous was a good adjective to use, but I understand his frustration. This is a big problem for Golden State. They wait 1,000 days to get their big three of Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry together. They have them together for all of 72 hours? Not even.
Man.
And now Steph Curry's status is in jeopardy. And we've had guys on the show, Brian Windhorst the other day, saying Draymond Green's health is the biggest story heading into the NBA playoffs, perhaps even bigger than the New York City vaccine mandate and Kyrie Irving's availability. If Steph Curry has any kind of compromise on that foot, this is now a bigger story than where Draymond Green may be on his fitness and his cardio coming back. The last 100 games without Steph Curry, the Warriors are 28-72, a 28% win percentage, which is real easy math to do in 100 games.
Here's some more math for you.
Bring
Klay,
it.
Steph, and Draymond over 3 games have played a total of 11 minutes.
Jeez.
That's all that they've had together. This big three hasn't been on the court as much as we would like to see. And I always say the best ability is availability. The race towards the end of the season is about who can stay healthy, because winning a championship also comes with a little bit of luck. Do you have your core players? Do you have the ones that are going to get you over the hump in the key moments of the playoffs on your team with you? And right now, the Golden State Warriors are struggling to just get their 3 guys over to that finish line. And then if this ankle injury is bad, it's going to linger into the playoffs. How much is Steph Curry going to be Steph Curry?
Yeah.
Because then he's going to be trying to just play through this injury, and you just hope that's not the case.
The silver lining for Golden State is that we are still about 4 weeks away from playoff basketball tipping. It's not as though this happened April 5th or April 17th when we're into the postseason. That's the only bright side.
The Celtics faced off with the Warriors. Steph Curry ruled out of the second half of last night's game after his leg got rolled on by Marcus Smart. Stephen A., was this a dirty play?
It wasn't a dirty play. I don't believe that. Marcus Smart is a rough rider. He's an elite defensive player, high energy player. He was going after the ball. He didn't intentionally try to hurt Steph Curry, and I don't believe that's what Steve Kerr was saying in defense of Steve Kerr. What Steve Kerr was saying is that even though you're going all out with your effort, you should want to safeguard for a contemporary for the integrity of the game. In other words, you going out there, just don't be as reckless. It's a play in the middle of a game or whatever. He's saying that, you know what, you could have avoided being as reckless as you were. That's what he was saying. Marcus Smart doesn't play like that. He plays with reckless abandon.
Yeah.
And that play last night was the latest example of it. I don't believe he intentionally hurt Steph Curry at all.
We're in the same side. If that is what Steve Kerr said, Steve Kerr's wrong. So what I was taught, and I've heard this from Pat Riley, I've heard this from Greg Popovich, I've heard this from Coach K. Sometimes the difference between winning and losing games, when there's a 50-50 ball, one player will bend down at the knees to try to get it. The player willing to dive on the ground, those are championship mentalities, and that's why they've been the best defensive team for the past 2 months in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't think it was a dirty play. It's how Marcus Smart plays, aggressive, hustle play, all of the things.
So there you have it. Pretty bad news if you're a Warriors fan. He is out indefinitely. He will not play in the regular season. This is not good at all. Hopefully he can return within the first round of the playoffs. We don't know. Just to give you guys a heads up and a measuring stick, they lost to the Boston Celtics last night by 20 to 30 points or something like that. I think it was 110 to 88. They did not have their prime scorer. Klay Thompson got like 20 something or 19 points, whatever, but he went 1 for 11 from the 3-point line. So that should give you a clear indication of what to occur in the next 2 weeks when 2 to 3 weeks when Steph Curry is out of the lineup. So again, really bad news if you're a Warriors fan. Breaking news, Steph Curry is out indefinitely. We don't know when he's going to be back. Hopefully first round of playoffs. Not good if you're a Warriors fan. So again, I ask you guys to leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me, now that he's out and we don't know when he's back, what are the Warriors' chances to actually win a game or two without him? Because, there was a period of time when Draymond Green was injured. Now, then it was Klay Thompson, or the other way around. Now it's Steph Curry. So it's just Warriors bad luck on a day that's supposed to be good luck. So I hope he recovers fast, and I hope for the best. So that's all you can do, literally, because right now it sucks. He's out indefinitely, and tell me what you guys think. What are the Warriors' chances of actually winning a game or two here and there? And if he doesn't show up in the playoffs first round, what are the chances of Warriors winning a playoff series the first round? So tell me what you guys think. Jag from Jaggy Sports.